More American.
Their birthdays were just days apart, and they used to celebrate together. Now, in the Entertainment Tonight cover story, how Caroline is holding up without John.
She said she doesn't want to forget his voice.
Day 2 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and why these two guys walked away from the big bucks. Now, host Regis Philbin gives E.T. a preview of a question for tonight's contestants.
I'm going to let it go at that.
Jag's real-life wife joins the show. Your preview of an all-new Animal Attack special.
And the Nitro Girls, the Body Slam. The world of wrestling comes to the big screen.
Let's get ready to rumble!
This is Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
And here is the top Hollywood news for Tuesday, November 9th, 1999. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Goen.
And I'm Mary Hart. New information from Brooke Shields tonight about the suicide of her Suddenly Susan co-star David Strickland. In an exclusive interview with 2020, an emotional Brooke reveals it wasn't the first time he had tried to take his own life.
He's always in my heart, but everything reminds me of him so much.
In her first major televised interview since Strickland's suicide last March, Shields reveals that her former Suddenly Susan co-star had attempted to take his own life once before, when his struggle with manic depression left him in emotional turmoil.
After the first attempt, I said, what is it? What happens? He said, it is a level of devastation that you cannot fathom.
They tell the story of his attempting to kill himself by slitting his wrists, going in the hospital. 3 days later, he has learned all his lines in the hospital.
On tomorrow's edition of ABC's 2020, Diane Sawyer reports that Strickland was prescribed medication to control his depression, but often chose not to take it. And Shields looks back on the actor's battle with drug and alcohol abuse.
He said to me, oh boy, oh boy. And I said, what, melodrama man, what's the matter now? And he just said, after I left you, I went and I pounded like 7 beers at a bar.
Sawyer also sits down with Strickland's mother, who shares her family's struggle to understand her son's death.
Do you feel, in a way, that you've been on a detective case yourself to try to find an answer?
Yes, I do.
How often do you think about him?
There's rarely a minute, I think, in any day that I don't have him in my mind.
A tragic ending to a promising career. Again, that 2020 airs tomorrow night.
Monica Lewinsky's tell-all interview with Barbara Walters was the second most watched television show of the year. Now they're talking again, and it's the top of our ET News Brief. Barbara and Monica, round 2. Only the Super Bowl drew more viewers. Now Walters' follow-up with Lewinsky will air November 30th, near the end of the all-important ratings period. It's a part of Barbara's special 10 Most Fascinating People of 1999, which will also include an interview with Ricky Martin. Michael Jackson's movie. The pop singer will reportedly begin shooting late next year on The Nightmare of Edgar Allan Poe. He'll star as the macabre poet. Ben Stiller engagement news. Ben is reportedly about to leave bachelorhood behind. Stiller popped the question to actress Christine Taylor this weekend. The bride-to-be is best known for her role as Marcia in the Brady movie.
Another newly engaged couple is making news in Hollywood. Our Mark Steinus and Jan Carl were at the premiere of The World Is Not Enough as Pierce Brosnan debuted his new movie, and fiancée Keely Shea Smith debuted her dazzling diamond.
Did you wear your ring today? Can I see? Can I see it?
Look at this. Look at this.
She's blushing.
Pierce and Keely came straight to our ET platform to say they have picked the time and the place for the wedding. That's all they're saying.
Is the honeymoon selected? Yes, but it's a big secret.
This is the honeymoon.
It was the perfect Bond premiere. Plenty of action and, of course, beautiful women, including brand new Bond girl Denise Richards, who brought along her boyfriend, actor Patrick Muldoon.
Is he kind of like James Bond?
I think he'd be a great James Bond.
How so? How so?
He's very charming, and Patrick has the best sense of humor.
It was girls' night out for Lauren Holly and Rachel Hunter, and our Jan Carl got in the spirit by arriving in 007's new BMW Z8.
This is the way to arrive. We want to know around the house. Is he really like James Bond?
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yes.
So far.
Okay, in what way? Now we're going to put you on the spot.
Well,
With the microwave? No, we don't have
We
a
don't
microwave.
have a
No, we
microwave.
don't. With the VCR?
no.
Yeah, no, the 2-year-old knows how to do that.
But after the movie, there were plenty of fans ready to put their money on Pierce.
We have got the exclusive pass to the Bond party, and I'll tell you what, the world just can't get enough of this guy.
I thought Pierce was outstanding.
I think it went down well.
Well, tonight is the night action star Arnold Schwarzenegger steps onto the mat for WWF SmackDown. We'll, of course, be ringside, and we'll have all of the action for you tomorrow. Bob?
And Mary, speaking of which, they are one of pro wrestling's premier attractions, the Nitro Girls. And you'll find them in the middle of a body-slamming, pile-driving new movie starring David Arquette.
Ladies and gentlemen, and to the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble! That's the last time I'm doing that, only for you at ET. I'm not doing that for nobody else.
In Ready to Rumble, David Arquette plays a pro wrestler named Gordy Boggs. But he told E.T. about his other nickname.
My nickname when I played football was Dirt.
David and co-star Scott Conn, son of James Conn, have their moves down.
The first day of work together, we had a wrestling scene, and he hit me in the special spot that only the male species has. I love the suplex when you pick somebody up by their head and lift them above you, and then you both fall down to the ground.
Filling the role of WCW Nitro Girl and some very tight white vinyl pants is Rose McGowan.
You have to be able to fit into these kind of vinyl pants and have flames and do like some serious, like kind of like hip-hop slash dance moves on a bouncing trampoline of a ring.
Some real WCW stars are here, like Bam Bam Bigelow and Goldberg. But David and Scott rule this ring as they take on evil promoter Joe Pantoliano.
I'm described in this movie as the White Don King.
Also, David told us that he is a huge fan of wrestling in real life, and he says it's a thrill to work with guys like Diamond Dallas Page and Sting.
Coming up on Entertainment Tonight.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Not these two men. We'll show you why they dropped their chances for the top prize. A lion lunges at a reporter. A bear tries to bite a woman. We have the never-before-seen animal attacks from a new special. A sister's sorrow as Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg talks publicly about her brother for the first time since his death.
That's coming up in the Entertainment Tonight cover story. A David in a world of Goliaths. Chevy Malibu. With an awesome V6 standard, it has power you can depend on. Chevy Malibu will be there.
Nana, what are you doing up?
You try sleeping with all this heartburn.
But you took those Tums before I left.
Honey, I've been taking Tums since before you were born.
Nana, you could have stopped that heartburn before it started with Pepsid AC.
I do like eating your father's chili.
And you do like your sleep. So take one now. Pepsid AC controls acid all night.
Say, you ladies haven't finished all my chili.
Oh, yeah.
Start sleeping heartburn-free with Pepsid AC.
Buying a home is costly enough, but now you may face a new tax on your real estate transactions. We'll explain. I'm Kelly Day. Also tonight, what you can do about a neighbor's home looking like a junkyard before it's too late. Watch Coin 6 News at 11.
I like to sit in traffic. I always look at it as an opportunity to talk to the person next to you. But other people don't see it that way. Lighten up. Just lighten up. You know, we're all stuck in this world together. Make it happy, you know. I don't mind sitting in traffic as long as I get Chevron with Techron. I feel great no matter where I am.
Make your car feel great. Use Chevron with Techron.
It's a party. It's like a tailgate party.
I expect a lot of my family. I expect Joe to get heartburn, Tony to get nausea, and Sarah indigestion at the mere sight of food. Instead, Joe would get indigestion, Tony diarrhea, and I'd end up with heartburn. I just keep first aid handy at all times.
Pepto-Bismol relieves more stomach problems than any of these other leading medicines.
I expect the unexpected.
Pepto-Bismol. First aid for heartburn, diarrhea, nausea, indigestion, and upset stomachs.
You know their pubs.
Kennedy School.
You know their beers. Ruby. Now, get to know them.
You're always in search of the perfect bar.
The McMenamin brothers give you an inside view of their microbrew empire and its future. Meet Portland's Brews Brothers. Tonight on Coin 6 News at 11.
Face it. The world used to be flat, and now it's round. What used to go up is going down. Eyes wide open. Not anymore. We're getting older, and it's a waste. But this could be the best part. Call now for our free cosmetic surgery seminar.
Sunday morning and home-baked cinnamon rolls and C&H pure cane sugar or sugar made from beets. The San Francisco Chronicle recently baked a variety of recipes with both sugars and blind tasted them. Their results? There is a difference, and those made with cane sugar tasted better. C&H pure cane sugar. C and H and Sunday and morning.
From Ricky Martin to Michael Jordan, Vanity Fair has selected its most influential stars of the past year, and we have the photos that made the Hall of Fame.
This year, the group was selected by looking at the people and the events of 1999, and we came up with a good cross-section of people that have really affected people.
The boss backstage, Jennifer Lopez, a grimacing Hugh Hefner with his playmates. Even pro wrestlers ham it up for Vanity Fair's 1999 Hall of Fame. Features editor Jane Sarkin says Ricky Martin was an easy choice.
Men love him, women love him. He always looks great. He exudes energy and sex appeal.
It was photographer Annie Leibovitz's idea to photograph the cast of The Sopranos as The Last Supper. Sarkin told us they acted like it was.
And they ate and ate and ate all this pasta. They just emptied out the vats of pasta.
Retired sports legends Michael Jordan, John Elway, and Wayne Gretzky got together for the first time to pose for the special issue that's on sale in New York Wednesday. Soccer star Mia Hamm did 35 jumps for this photo finish kick. Going nude, Tour de France champ and cancer survivor Lance Armstrong brings as much attention to his tale of courage as to his fine form.
They had clothes for him. They had T-shirts and underwear for him. And he said, I want to do this naked.
Third Rock from the Sun has hit a Hollywood landmark, 100 episodes. We were there for the fun and the exclusive outtakes from the cutting room floor.
What if we collected bits of physical evidence? You know, cigar stubs, lipstick,
100 episodes has them absolutely giddy at Third Rock. And only E.T. has the proof with these outtakes.
Please hold all comments until he is... Please hold all comments until... God! Just enjoying...
Invited to a murder mystery weekend at a Victorian mansion, the bungling aliens actually try to solve what they think is a real murder.
How dare you go through my safe?
How dare you own a leopard thong?
Third Rock is a very particular kind of comedy. It's very high energy.
Everything's big on this show, and so you have to keep it big.
You go downstairs and wait for Tom.
John Lithgow gave E.T. his own home video of the read-through.
Well, why are you wearing a Les Mis t-shirt?
But even rehearsal can't guarantee a first take or a second.
Maybe that lazy pip Cheerio fly gets asked him get left away. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Maybe that lazy pip.
And on next week's episode, you can look for David Hasselhoff to guest star as a plastic surgeon set to work on John Lithgow's face.
Next, in the Entertainment Tonight cover story.
John Kennedy Jr.'s relationship with his sister Caroline.
She told one of our sources that Kennedys do cry.
The fights, how she really felt about his magazine, and which memento of their mother she will always keep close to her heart. Regis Philbin's quiz show continues. We have the latest $1 million results and the details on what's next for the contestants. We have your first look at Jag's co-star, who's also his real-life wife.
That's next on Entertainment Tonight.
Home Depot's philosophy is cutting edge. What does the customer want? We always got something new coming out on the floor.
Things that you were wishing would get on the market, and all of a sudden, wow, there it is.
It's important to give the customer everything needed to do any project around their home.
Brighten your home with Simply Natural flooring from Bruce Hardwood Floors. No adhesive is needed, so it's easy to install. Just peel the paper strips and fit into place permanently. You'll find a great selection of Simply Natural flooring at the guaranteed low price every day at the Home Depot.
Who's voted the #1 party school in the country? When you see the next Real TV, you'll find out who's making the grade. Keg parties, street riots, bikini contests. Animal House 99 with a special report on the sutsiest students in America. Then this boat was designed not to blow over. In the words of the pilot, I know this is gonna hurt. A young girl is trapped. A fireman risks his life. A heroic story of beating the odds. Next Real TV.
Tonight at 7:30 on Coin TV 6.
What's on your list today? You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
On the next extra, he's legally called Elvis Presley, but is Elvis Jr. really the son of the king? Then he's got the millions, she's got the looks, inside the dating service for gold diggers. Plus, TV hunk Billy Campbell. Next extra.
Tomorrow at 12:30 on Coin TV 6.
I know. How about Barney's Christmas video? When I was a kid, I used to watch this every Christmas.
I want to watch Barney's new Christmas video.
Now you have your own Barney Christmas video. Just like I did.
It's on DVD, too.
At last, Buttertop bread's good enough to be called Or Wheat. Introducing Or Wheat Buttertop Wheat and White. We split the top, pour on the butter, and bake it right in.
The butter makes it better.
New Or Wheat Buttertop Wheat and White bread.
Tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight, we have the marriage licenses of the stars. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, Julia Roberts and Lyle Lovett, and Bruce Willis and Demi Moore.
When the ceremony was over, he picked her up in the air and he looked at her.
Meet the minister who's helped marry some of Hollywood's biggest stars, from Michael Jordan and his bride to Mia Farrow and Frank Sinatra. We have the stories from inside the Little White Chapel in Vegas. That's tomorrow.
The co-star that David James Elliott wakes up with leads the news from inside Hollywood.
It'll be a lot of fun for us.
Starting tonight on CBS, Jag's real-life wife, Nancy Chambers, begins a recurring role as an ambitious Navy lawyer.
Lieutenant?
Nancy's been an actress for years, so David knows to keep any pointers to himself.
It can be somewhat volatile, so I really have to watch what I say when I say it. Actually, the last time she worked, I had to leave.
A bear attacks a TV producer, and a lion mauls a journalist in When Good Pets Go Bad 2. The latest of these highly rated specials premieres this Thursday on Fox. The hour explains a lot about animal behavior. See, this bear was being fed. He feared his food could be taken. The lion lunged when the reporter raised her arm, a provocative gesture in the wild.
Welcome, everyone.
It's a wedding on ABC's Dharma and Greg tonight. And only E.T. can show you the touching ceremony with music by Kenny Loggins.
Love her and she'll bring you luck.
Jenna Elfman unites her unmarried TV parents forever. In her real life, Jenna and husband Bodie plan to renew their vows soon. It's something they've done before.
We just sat on the beach and we kind of just made new promises and new commitments, but the new ring.
You know, Regis just can't seem to give away his $1 million. While his game show continues to take the top prize in the ratings, the contestants aren't doing as well.
Including tentacles. How many arms does a squid usually have?
It was the kind of question only connoisseurs of calamari probably know the answer to, and not being one, it was enough for this contestant to throw in the towel, take the money, and run.
I just don't know this one. And $64,000 is pretty good for one day's work, so I think I'll take it and walk away.
Day number 2 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire continued to blister the Nielsen ratings. Last night's edition scorched the competition, earning the top spot in its time slot with an estimated 35 million tuned in.
It's not the right answer. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's 6.
With no one making it into the 6-figure range, last night's big money losers were a hot topic this morning with Regis and Kathy Lee.
So the guy didn't use the lifeline. What the heck's wrong with him?
I know, you know something.
As for tonight's Millionaire Madness, we have a sneak peek at one contestant's quest for the cash.
Very helpful. Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts.
A Spin City star is taking his shot at $1 million on the show, and later on we're going to have a preview for you.
Every day, there are reminders for Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg of just how much she misses her brother John. Now we have new insight into one of the most private Kennedy's personal pain. It's our Entertainment Tonight cover story. She was there to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the library that honors her father. But it was her brother that Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg spoke about for the first time since his death.
Few people that I would like to salute. The first is my brother John, who brought his own sense of purpose, idealism, and fun to public service, which I hope that we can all continue.
We saw them grow up together, drawn closer by the shared experience of loss. Now she's feeling his loss with understandable difficulty, says the author of a new book about Jacqueline, Ethel, and Joan Kennedy.
She told one of our sources that Kennedys do cry. In fact, she said, I cry, and I cry all the time. And she doesn't want to forget his voice. She said that she doesn't want to forget some of the fights that they had and the way that they made up and the love that they shared for one another.
November will be tough for Caroline. It's the month in which her father was killed, and it will be the first time she will not be helping her brother celebrate his birthday. November 25th would have been his 39th. Just 2 days later, she turns 42.
From the very beginning, when they were children, Jackie made sure that they had joint birthday celebrations. In fact, very shortly after JFK was assassinated, they had a joint birthday party at the White House. So yes, they celebrated their birthdays customarily together, so that makes it even more difficult at this time for Caroline.
Caroline lives with husband Edwin Schlossberg and their 3 children here on New York's Park Avenue. They also have a home near the Hamptons on Long Island. That's where cameras caught her bicycling after her brother's plane disappeared.
They very rarely even go out. I mean, they are raising a family and are trying to do it in as private a way as possible.
Reported to be even more private than her mother, Tara Borelli says Caroline overruled her Uncle Ted's wishes to make John's funeral more open to the public. He says she had also opposed the famous auction of her family's belongings before going with her brother's wishes.
She still actually has in her possession stored away the dress that her mother wore in Dallas when her father was assassinated. That's how sentimental she is, and that's why it was so difficult for her to part with so many of Jackie's treasures.
Though she recently sold her brother's share in George magazine for $10 million, Tara Borelli claims that at first she didn't want him to start it and was very upset when he put Drew Barrymore on the cover as Marilyn Monroe.
Caroline was very adamant that she didn't want anything to do with it, and she didn't want to know anything about Marilyn Monroe. John Jr. couldn't get enough, and he would read all the books about Marilyn Monroe, and he read all about JFK and Marilyn, and this was something that they definitely disagreed about.
Over the years, they learned to disagree. Now the chance to disagree just once more would be a sister's joy.
Caroline told one of our sources that she felt that the love that she shared with John was so strong that even death would not put an end to their relationship. And she says that she feels John's presence every day in her life in some way.
J. Randy Tara Borelli's Jackie, Ethel, Joan comes out in February. Tomorrow, we have a very special interview with Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor and his brave battle with multiple sclerosis. His body may be weak, but his fighting spirit remains strong. What is the most important thing you do every day?
Get up in the morning and pray.
You get up in the morning and pray?
Yes, ma'am.
The emotional interview done just days ago and the latest on Richard's condition. That's tomorrow. Which bodybuilding actor has been a guest on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, or Sylvester Stallone? Your answer is next in the E.T. Birthdays.
Closed captioning provided by...
No one watches your bottom line like Office Max. Oh, Office Max. We go to the max for you.
Yo, Chess here, the Cheshire Cat. You know me from the whole Alice thing. Grin, disappear, grin, reappear. It's hard work. But as a professional smiler, I have to stay in with the grin crowd. So I trust my pearly whites to a totally fresh kind of dentistry. Chin Tech Dentist. High-tech, fast, comfortable, and affordable. For very cool dentists, the newest lasers and equipment, and a passion for serving you. Take it from a pro. Call Chin Tech Dentist. Smiles made fresh daily.
Life just got smoother. New CG Smoothers Makeup. A light gel-based formula. A built-in moisturizer helps keep skin smooth all day. How smooth is that? New CG Smoothers Makeup.
Lips just got smoother. CoverGirl introduces CG Smoothers Hydrating Lip Color. It hydrates better than the leading lip balm to make lips smoother than ever. New CG Smoothers Hydrating Lip Color. Easy, breezy, beautiful. CoverGirl.
Carl Green. I wonder how things of beauty are born, how they come to be unique. I wonder when gold discovered its shine, and why silver and platinum chose a different hue. Carl Green. I wonder how diamonds bend the light, and how does an artist's hand know the simple shape of elegance.
Carl Green. For fine jewelry and gifts from the world's most gifted designers, and for the wonder of it all.
Only one motion picture has been rousing, uplifting, and stirring critics all across America. Al Pacino, Russell Crowe in the best film of the year, The Insider, a Michael Mann film, rated R, now playing.
What song you list today?
Chop wood.
Change light bulbs.
Furnace filters.
Smoke alarms.
Fix gutters.
Clean the garage.
Weather stripping.
Clean the garage.
You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
Freddy's has all kinds of ideas to make storage easier. If your garage looks like this, pick up the shelving, cabinets, everything you need to get it organized.
You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
Swim, bike, golf. Tiger Balm works fast, powerful relief from pain. Tiger Balm works where it hurts.
Got a cold? Try the #1 pharmacist-recommended cold treatment of its kind, Coldies. In 4 flavors like luscious cherry.
Accommodations provided by Hilton Hotels and Resorts. Like our little slice of paradise, the Hilton Hawaiian Village. It happens at the Hilton.
Having an E.T.-style star birthday today, which bodybuilding actor has been a guest on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
That's Lou Ferrigno. He turns 48. And Hedy Lamarr is 86. Tomorrow on E.T., it may look like Regis Philbin's quiz show, but it's really Spin City.
We were there as cast member Richard Kind played the part of a very eager contestant for $1 million. Here's a preview.
See you tomorrow.
Regis, for the love of God! Will you stop it? You think you're cute, huh? Huh? Will you just tell me? Nobody's laughing here. Nobody's laughing. I'm not laughing. No, just tell me. Tell me. Now.
We'll be right back.
Oh, no!
CBS tonight on the #1 new drama, In the Blink of an Eye.
My son has been shot.
Judge Amy Gray's brother becomes a victim of violence. Now she'll struggle to stay objective. Murderer. When she hands down her next sentence.
Just because I'm in there wanting to rip the guy's head off doesn't mean I can't be impartial.
Emotions run high on both sides of the bench.
There's nothing wrong with taking yourself off this case.
On the powerful new Judging Amy, CBS tonight.
Dr. Volpe says he can perform cosmetic miracles. Okay, pick me up at 2 o'clock. So, do you see a big difference?
You bet.
After the 5th tank full, this baby's never run better.
5 tanks of Texaco Clean System 3 gasoline is all it takes to get a cleaner engine for better performance.
You want to go to the early bird special?
Whatever.
Melissa, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Dad?
Wait, let's get your brother.
With three-way calling, just click, dial, click, and get the whole family together, even when they're far away.
Hello? Jayster?
Missy. Someone very special that I'd like you two to meet.
Great, Dad.
Of course, no one can take the place of your mother, but I'm sure you'll grow to love her, too.
Gladys, come to Papa. Family's never far away with three-way calling from US West.
Maybe down the line we'll have some little ones.
One more reason, life's better here.
Hello?
Clearview, Washington is Ford country. Why do the guys at Fire District 7 drive more Ford Super Duties than any other brand of truck?
Power Stroke.
Power Stroke.
Power Stroke.
V10.
Triton V10.
Whether you're driving the 7.3-liter Power Stroke diesel or the 6.8-liter Triton V10, Ford Super Duty still makes one powerful statement.
Ford country.
Ford trucks, outselling Dodge and Chevy combined, in Clearview and all over the Northwest.
You could be taxed for buying a home at 11.
Time to get real. It's Real TV. The building collapses in a fireball. Now there's a race to save their fire truck. This is no way to talk to a cop.
You damn pig-ass bastard!
Someone should wash her mouth out with soap. We take to the water to get up close and personal with killer whales. Plus, Real TV's Kristen Eichel with the inferno that traps a little girl. And if you're looking for a place to party, we've got the list in our special report on the top 10 schools for party animals. This is Real TV for Tuesday, November 9th, 1999. In today's top story, we travel to Panama, where raging flames roar through tinder-dry apartments in the city's shantytown. Firemen shout for everyone to get out as panicked residents try to salvage any precious belongings. Some are helped, sobbing from the fiery hell. Others have to be stopped from rushing back into the inferno to search for loved ones. Many are overcome by the choking smoke and intense heat. It's impossible to contain the firestorm, as explosions can be heard echoing inside the inferno. The blaze leaps from one wooden building to another, engulfing the whole block. Now there's a terrifying new danger. The skeletal structures start to collapse. The firemen suddenly seem to be targeted by the blaze itself, as the building collapses right by the...
The McMenamins have a new project brewing, and you'll be the first to see it. Watch our special report tonight. I'm Kelly Day. Also, forget about your cell phone, TV, and credit cards. Details on the problems that could be worse than Y2K tonight at 11.
The biggest New Year's celebration ever is almost here, and with it comes the biggest New Year's resolution. Presenting Jenny Craig's new Millennium Resolution. Now lose all the weight you can before the millennium for just $29 plus the cost of food. Let Jenny's delicious cuisine and one-on-one consulting help you get thin now. Call 1-800-99-JENNY. That's 1-800-99-JENNY. But hurry, an offer like this only comes around once every 1,000 years.
Quick action saves the fire truck. Finally, the exhausted firemen get the blaze under control. Miraculously, only one person dies, but 200 families are left homeless by this shantytown inferno.
Hi, I'm John Daly in the Real TV newsroom. Next, the story of the woman who wouldn't shut up for her own good. She's mouthing off at the cops in language only a longshoreman could love.
He's
He's a police sergeant in Tupelo, Mississippi, with years of experience under his belt. But Sergeant Roger Garner will never forget the night he made his first arrest.
Immediately, when I pulled up behind her, she was going from one side of the roadway all the way to the other.
She was a little woman, but she sure had a way with words.
Lawyer. When I call my lawyer, he's gonna do some and you better have some back your up. You damn straight. You damn pig-ass bastard.
Her name is Charlotte. She was pulled over for suspected drunk driving. Now she's on camera back at the station house. But no one can stop this rampaging mouth from the south.
I want to tell you something else, you damn pig-ass, big-ass bastard. You can put on me any damn thing you want to put on me, you pig-ass, dumb-ass bastard. I don't give a
And remember, Officer Gardner is brand new on the job. He's learning all right, things he never suspected about the English language.
I don't give a if 10 of you big-ass bastards get in my face. I don't give a
Well, I was surprised that a woman as small a stature as her could chain together as many expletives as she did and describe as many different things and ways as she did in a four-letter manner.
He may be green behind the ears, but they're already turning red.
You think it's funny, you pig-faced bastard?
I was just floored. I was amazed that that would continue.
He didn't even tell me why he stopped me. You dumb bastard.
Now Charlotte is handcuffed in a chair in front of Captain Larry Montgomery, but she's still not giving in.
You damn pig!
She will not take a sobriety test.
Put me in chains, you bastard! That's all the hell you are, pig-faced bastard!
And she definitely will not be quiet.
I'm not listening to you. You put me in anything you want to. I hope you do. I don't care! I don't care!
Finally, there's nothing left to do but put her in a cell.
You take it and you go to hell, you pig-faced bastard. Okay, Charlotte.
The station house is quiet once again, but Officer Garner will always remember his baptism by fire from the little woman with the blazing tongue.
And I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something else, you damn pig-ass bastard.
I think they could use her in a training video to at a profanity school. We still use it in our training of the new cadets, just to let some of these folks see how some of the public they're going to be dealing with reacts.
You put me in anything you want to. I hope you do. I don't care.
Real TV travels to Mexico's Sea of Cortez, where cameraman Dave Beezer and Alfredo Barroso are swimming with the fishes. Big fishes, actually mammals, 2 killer whales. Want a closer look? Dave and Alfredo takes a plunge to bring us this exclusive videotape of one of nature's most impressive species.
The killer whale is actually not a whale at all. It's the largest member of the dolphin family. And the name killer whale probably comes from the fact that they prey upon other whales.
Beezer says that orca are dangerous to some living things, but humans are fairly low on the food chain.
Killer whales have never attacked a man in the wild, but that still doesn't help when you're in the water with these wonderful predators. You're still pretty nervous. During our encounter with the orcas, we noticed that one of the young males took a fascination with the outboard. He was following it extremely closely, absolutely right up against the propeller. I don't know why, but these are highly intelligent animals, and I'm sure he was probably just having some fun.
Apparently, the whales had so much fun that they called some friends over to play. A pod of killer whales, performing for the camera.
Orcas can travel extremely fast, and it's up to them at how long they want to stay with us in the water. When they were done with our encounter, they simply swam away. The rule of thumb is simple respect. Let the animals choose to approach you. Do not push yourself upon the animals and give them the freedom to explore you and move through the area.
The fire burns out of control, and somewhere in there lies a little girl trapped. But this is a story of survival.
I had to get in there quick.
Later, the day the racing boat went airborne. And reading, writing, arithmetic, and rip-roaring fun. Real TV visits the top 10 schools for party animals. Don't go away.
When I was 9 months pregnant, my husband beat me. One night, he came after me with a knife and barely missed our son. I left. My kids and I ended up at a shelter. I realized it wasn't my fault. Women are beaten every day, and if we stayed, I knew he would hurt my daughter.
All across the country, battered women and children are starting new lives, thanks in part to Philip Morris, one of the largest supporters of programs that feed, shelter, and counsel victims of domestic violence.
But what frightened me most was that if we stayed, I was putting my son at risk of becoming a batterer himself. I grew up in a very loving home. My kids deserve to grow up in one too.
Working to make a difference, the people of Philip Morris.
For each doubt, confidence. For each struggle, relief. For each child, success.
Right now, save $25 when you schedule a skills assessment at one of Sylvan's 9 learning centers, including the new center now open in McMinnville. See the white pages for the location nearest you.
Sunday, 7 million lives will be devastated. This is the story of how 10 of them will fight to survive.
Come get me out of here, Daddy. You have to trust me.
Aftershock, CBS Sunday at 9, 8 Central.
You're watching Real TV.
Hi, I'm Kristen Eichel. Our next story is amazing. A burst of flames, twisted metal, and right in the middle of it all, a little girl is trapped. But fighting to save her is one true Real TV hero. In Auckland, New Zealand, a tanker truck filled with gasoline flips over and explodes on impact. Its driver careened into a parked car. The impact spilled the 18-wheeler's 9,000 gallons of cargo. Potentially deadly explosions followed. While dousing the blaze with water, firefighter Royd Kennedy sees what our cameras can't. A little girl waves to him from behind the wall of flames.
My initial reaction on seeing a hand waving out through the thick smoke was immediately to be with the person to reassure them.
Officer and 3 men down at Pine 10 down the double.
Without a second to spare, Royd runs through the fire to reach the trapped little girl.
I knew that it was going to be very hot, and it was, but the fact remained I had to get in there quick to get to that person, and I didn't even notice the extreme heat.
On the other side of this burning car, he finds her pinned beneath twisted metal.
Quite frankly, I thought it was a lost cause, but I tried to reassure her that we would get her out. I just hoped like hell that something would happen very quickly because there was a lot of fire in that compartment. The girl was getting badly burnt. I took off my helmet and strapped it to her head and lowered the visor just to give some form of protection. While we were waiting and screaming, she looked at me through the visor of my helmet and she said to me, "If I don't make it, tell my mother I love her."
Minutes tick by as rescuers join Royd in trying to free the trapped child.
I wrapped my arms around her and just hid myself from the flames which were engulfing us both. Placing her on the stretcher with other rescuers, it was the most intensely successful moment. The least I could do was to at least give her a peck on the cheek to let her know that it was just a tender moment and that she was safe. I was absolutely overwhelmed. I thought that I would die, quite frankly, and I thought she would die.
Now free from the wreck, the child's battle to survive begins. Burns cover most of her body.
Her legs, hips, and pelvis are broken. It takes 6 months for the girl to heal. Her name is Shirley, and in an exclusive interview with Real TV, she reveals how Royd helped her through her horrifying ordeal.
He sat beside me and was telling me about his daughters having horses, and that when I get out from the hospital I can go and ride the horse. He put a helmet over my head. It was really nice, calm. It was really good what he'd done for me. Yeah, because it put his life in a bad position too.
Let's go. Okay.
Although doctors had to remove part of her leg, this didn't stop Shirley from having Royd make good on his promise. Real TV's cameras record the moment.
It was a very special moment because that, to me, signified the success of the rescue and the completion of a promise that I had delivered. She is now, to me, a daughter, and I to her like a dad.
I love the miracle of everyday heroes. Firefighter Royd Kennedy was recognized for his heroism. He was given the Georgian Award, one of New Zealand's biggest honors. It's given to the Person of the Year. Way to go.
Cleared for takeoff.
The impact is just like falling off of a 10-story building.
Coming up, a story of survival. And how does your school rate? Take a look at the list of top 10 party schools. We'll be right back.
Fancy wrapping isn't necessary when you're giving Haagen-Dazs. But it couldn't hurt. The world's finest ice cream. Gift wrapped and ready for the holidays. At Fred Meyer.
You might have heard a lot about Xenical.
There's a unique weapon in the Battle of the Bulge. It's called Xenical.
Our top story, Xenical. Is it everything you've hoped for?
Want to know the facts? Xenical is a prescription fat blocker, not an appetite suppressant, which means it blocks about 1/3 of the fat in the food you eat from ever being digested. No, you can eat whatever you want, but with Xenical and a reduced calorie diet, you can lose weight. And that's a fact. So if you're at least 30 pounds overweight, depending on height, ask your doctor for more information. Or call 888-611-6068 to get more information about losing weight with Xenical.
Since Xenical blocks about 1/3 of the fat in the food you eat, you may experience gas with oily discharge, increased bowel movements, an urgent need to have them, and an inability to control them, particularly after meals containing more fat than recommended. Xenical shouldn't be taken if you are pregnant, nursing, have food absorption problems, reduced bile flow, or taking cyclosporin. Xenical reduces the absorption of some vitamins. Therefore, a daily multivitamin is recommended.
Every local TV station has a website, but only one stands out. Channel 6000 is KOIN 6 News Online, rated #1 in Portland and top 10 in the nation. Log on to Channel 6000 to get what you want when you want it. To learn more about reaching your financial goals and to take control of your financial future, visit the KOIN.com money site. Sponsored by American Express Financial Advisors. American Express Financial Advisors and KOIN.com. People who know.
Only one motion picture has been rousing, uplifting, and stirring critics all across America. Al Pacino, Russell Crowe in the best film of the year. The Insider, a Michael Mann film, rated R, now playing.
Be it ever so humble, it's ours.
Having less than spotless credit doesn't make your home any less special.
Yo soy la reina y este es mi reino.
Introducing Wells Fargo Equity Resources, a home equity loan to help consolidate debt and lower your monthly payments. Here, you'll speak with people who understand your unique situation. So it's more than a loan. It's a long-term solution. Call now. Wells Fargo Equity Resources. It's special, like your home.
I've lived here all my life.
It's one of the most spectacular crashes in hydroplane racing history. Boat racing has been a hobby of Ken Dryden's for most of his life. Ken hoped a revolutionary boat would give him the edge to win the Seattle Seafair Hydro Race.
The boat was designed to never blow over. We came out of the corner and started down the back chute. We were running about 160 miles an hour. We hit a couple big rollers there. The boat just accelerates off the water, and it's like taking off in a fighter jet. Your initial reaction is, this is gonna hurt. I know this is gonna hurt. But and then you start tucking your hands into your shoulder harnesses and getting ready for the impact. And the impact is just like falling off of a 10-story building and hitting the concrete. When the boat hit the water, you see the front of the boat severed. The driver's cockpit actually split right in front of my hips. They actually had to get the rescue divers down, grab the front of the cockpit, rotate it back around so they could free my legs and get me out. I busted 3 vertebrae in my back, and I busted both femurs, fib and tib in my left leg, right ankle, and actually fractured my left ankle also. I was in pretty bad shape.
Doctors put Ken's body back together with metal rods and pins. He couldn't stand or walk for 4 months.
Unfortunately, it pretty well stopped my driving career. The back injuries just won't take the pounding anymore. I often wonder how I made it out alive. And a lot of people tell me, boy, you got really lucky. Somebody was with you that day.
Tomorrow on Real TV, 2 zebras escape from the circus and run for daylight. Plus, the dust storm that eats Phoenix. That's tomorrow. Still ahead today. No fear on the boat, no problem.
Well, get ready. We're going back to school, but you won't need to sharpen your pencils. We're going to the campuses of the top 10 party schools. It's today's installment of our Real TV series on party animals.
It's the list that deans don't want their colleges to be on. They're the top 10 party schools in America, and Real TV did its homework, bringing you the videos that help these campuses make the grade as leading party animals. Sneaking in at number 10 is the University of Georgia. The Bulldogs' rocking fraternity cake parties have Georgia peaches standing on their heads. This videotape earned Michigan State University the number 3 spot on the list. When the MSU basketball team got knocked out of the collegiate championships. 10,000 students take the agony of defeat to the streets of East Lansing. Big mistake. Fueled by alcohol and suffering from basketball fever, frustrated students clashed with cops on camera. When the smoke finally clears, there are dozens of arrests, hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage, and a drinking ban imposed on campus. Game day at the top party school in the nation has a different face. This is Florida State, number 1 and proud to party. You won't find any rioting on the sun-soaked streets of Tallahassee, but it doesn't mean they're not partying hardy.
Look at it. Look at it. 9 o'clock. We're all ready to drink. Look at these ladies. That's why it's the number 1 party school in the nation. Hey, you guys, you're on TV.
But nobody knows about campus parties like Jim Trenton.
In my lifetime, I've probably attended 10 to 20,000 parties.
His TV show, Poor Man's Bikini Beach, is a cult classic at many colleges.
You're watching Poor Man's Sexy Bikini Beach.
I think colleges will take any excuse to party. If their team beats another team in football, hey, that's just as good as it's Thursday night.
We're at the hottest party of UCLA.
This is UCLA. They're not even on the top 10 list, but it sure looks like they're trying to get there.
What they did is they took a basketball court and they actually, made it into a gigantic pool and had a gigantic tube pumping out the foam every 10 minutes or so. I think it's the wildest, most creative party thing I've seen in the 90s.
Look at the foam, wow!
I challenge anybody in America to call Real TV and tell me about something that's better to party in than a foam up your neck.
If you didn't see your favorite school on the top 10 party list, there's always next year, and Real TV will find you.
Let's see Real TV!
If you have a tape you think we should see, give us a call toll-free at 1-888-REAL-TV1. Or on the web, you can find us at realtv1.com.
A typical car insurance agent is on the job during regular business hours. On the other hand, Geico insurance professionals are on the job 24 hours a day. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Paying too much for car insurance isn't any smarter. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Buying a home is costly enough, but now you may face a new tax on your real estate transactions. We'll explain. I'm Kelly Day. Also tonight, what you can do about a neighbor's home looking like a junkyard before it's too late. Watch KOIN 6 News at 11.
97.1 Kissin' FM with fun oldies that make you feel good.
You'll have fun, fun, fun till the daddy takes the TV away. Fun, fun, fun till the daddy takes the TV away.
97.1 Kissin' FM. Turn on your fun oldie station and turn up the fun. 97.1 Kissin' FM.
Being John Malkovich is furiously funny. 4 stars, 2 thumbs up. The most excitingly original movie of the year. Being John Malkovich.
How was it?
It was amazing. Rated R. Now playing in select theaters.
You want football? Oh, who's your dad? Every NFL Sunday, Big Daddy and Waylon's got your football. The Jeep NFL off-road trip. The most outrageous, spectacular, Ed-worthy plays of the week. Sponsored by your local Jeep dealers. NFL Sundays on KOIN 6 News at 6 and 11.
Closed captioning sponsored by
Sundown Herbals presents its remarkable Twist and Learn label. It helps you learn about herbs simply by turning the label. Sundown Herbals, where to turn for help.
Promotional consideration sponsored by
A house is not a home until it's safe. The Brinks Home Security System. Just $49 installed in most markets. Call 1-800-GO-BRINKS.
The ones who brought coats, sweaters, or boots, please raise your hand.
First time in Mexico, Pancho.
For every reason, any season. And finally, the story of a terrible crisis. The fisherman who ran out of beer in the middle of nowhere. In the waters off Queensland, Australia, 6 fishermen are in serious trouble.
Can't do it. Can't make the rest of the day without it.
It's only noon, and they're nearly out of beer.
One carton down, and that's it. No, the pressure's really on because there's only 3 stubbies left.
This private home video reveals these men will do anything to keep their beer buzz.
Important sequence here, the last beers.
One wealthy fisherman can do the unthinkable. He's got enough pocket cash to pay for a private chopper to bring them more booze.
Well, that's it, boys. Dreams come true.
Their distress call is answered, and within an hour, a case of beer is lowered. These fishermen owe their buddy big. The special delivery cost him $600.
Survival!
For only one case? Well, that's it for now. We'll see you next time for more Real TV.
If you want to go where the road ends and life begins, then head to your Northwest Ford store for the best selection of sport utility vehicles on the planet. Like Explorer, the best-selling SUV in its class, with control-track four-wheel drive and available V8. Right now, get $500 cash back on a huge selection of new 99 Explorers. And with 0.9 financing, save over $5,200 in interest. When it comes to SUVs, your Northwest Ford store is your outfitter.
Papa Murphy's Large Combo. Our premium combo starts with nearly a pound of freshly grated cheese piled high on our fresh crust. Only Papa Murphy's adds this much premium salami and pepperoni.
Hey, the best is yet to come. Call 224-4400 for individual game tickets.
Dad, can I see that glass of water?
Sure. Why?
I'm looking for lead and pesticides in Mom's glass. Huh? They could be in anyone's tap water. It's not your fault. Most people don't know.
Thank goodness there's Pure. The Pure Ultimate Water Filter reduces potential cancer-causing contaminants that may be hiding in your tap water. Pure even reduces more types of contaminants than pitcher filters. So protect your family. Be sure it's Pure.
I just want what's best for you guys.
Yo, Jess here, the Cheshire Cat. As a professional smiler, I'm nowhere without my grin. So when the fans ask me, where do you go when you disappear? I say, hey, I'm not taking a milk bath. I'm a feline on a beeline to a totally fresh kind of dental office. Gentech Dentist. High-tech, fast, comfortable, and affordable. With very cool dentists and the newest lasers and equipment, Gentech Dentist is good to you, your family, and your busy schedule. Listen to Jess. Call Gentech Dentist. Smiles made fresh daily.
Jeff Gianola, only on Coin 6 News. People you know.